Reds minus 135, Rangers plus 115. Jack Leiter squaring off with Hunter Green could be an interesting pitching matchup. Both young pitchers with excellent stuff, but both these lineups are pretty solid. So, Jenks, is there something that you think Bettor should know before betting on this game?
Oh, I don't know. Not crazy about this game. I went back and forth, and I can't really decide. I really like Jack Leiter a lot. And I think he's one of those guys that by the end of the season, we'll be talking about him a little bit more. And so if you look at his ceiling, I think it's pretty high. And he was really good in his opener. So I honestly, Rangers have been very good in the first five early on this season. They won for me yesterday. My lean would be, without handicapping this game based on the early results and based on the potential of Jack Leiter, is to maybe look at a first five Rangers money line for a little plus money.
I think even if you like the Rangers in the full game, like, you can make a good case for it, because just last night, Nathan Eovaldi threw a complete game. The bullpen didn't have to pitch a single inning. So all of their best relievers should be available for this one. Meanwhile, you look at the Reds, they got a good performance from Carson Spires, but they did have to use a few guys. So I think I would lean towards the Rangers here. I like the upside, I think, for Jack Leiter a little bit more, even though we know Hunter Green can strike out a lot of batters. Like, maybe he gives up 5 home runs and walks 3 guys in the process. But we'll see. I think I would lean towards the Rangers there. All right, so open-ended. We have a few minutes, and we have a big slate today, so we've got a lot of games to choose from. So, Jenks, what's a game that you like or you looked at that you want to share some information on?
Sure. Mets, first five money line. Love these first five bets. You got Clay Holmes going up against Connor Gillespie. Clay Holmes, obviously, full-time starter for the first time in his career for the Mets, but he looked really good in his opening game. So I thought the results were really encouraging, and he gets to face this super tepid Marlins lineup that doesn't hit. And on the other side, the Mets bats are starting to heat up, and I think they can have their way with Connor Gillespie, who is generally a reliever. Getting another start. Started against the Pirates last week. Gave up 3 runs in 4 innings. Pirates are light hitting anyway. And the Mets tied for 10th this season. Again, it is early, but tied for 10th this season when it comes to runs in the first 5. Marlins tied for 26th. So I'm going to go Mets first 5 run line minus 130. That will be on the card.
It feels like we haven't made one of those bets yet. We need a bingo card for all the baseball bets and the different types that we make, because we've done first 5 money line. We've done first 5 unders. We haven't done a first 5 run line. So this is a good way to reduce the juice. Like, looking at this game, Mets are minus 200 in the full game. They're minus 190 in the first 5, but it is a way that if you think that they have a considerable advantage, obviously they need to be leading by a run. But again, the Mets have looked like the better team in each and every game of this series, so I wouldn't talk you off of it. Let me ask you about the Diamondbacks and Yankees. Are we ready to go back into this series? Because I do think it's an interesting one if either of these offenses are going to slow down, because we do get another good pitching matchup today. Zach Gallen going for the Snakes. Carlos Rodon goes for the Yankees. Yankees favored. Yesterday wasn't the case. Now the Yankees minus 135, D-backs plus 115. Coming off a win over the Yankees, though. Total of 8 runs. Is there something here, Jenks? Or is this too tough because we have good pitching facing good hitting, and it kind of cancels out?
Yeah, it does. But I think I didn't handicap this game, but I will say just off the top of my head, because we've been talking about this series. We talked about it yesterday. We both bet on it. And I think what you played yesterday would be the play today. The total set at 8. It's juiced to the over at minus 120. And yeah, you have 2 really fantastic pitchers, but also for both of these teams, if you look across the board, across all metrics, whether it's average, whether it's slugging, whether it's on base plus slugging, like whatever it is, like it's just Yankees, Diamondbacks, OPS. Yeah, it's just, everything is these 2 teams. So I feel like 8 is a low number and it should be 8.5. I'd go over 8.
Yeah, I think both these offenses continue rolling. Maybe it's not as sharp of a play today as it was yesterday, because I knew Will Warren, or was it Adam Warren? Will Warren? I knew he was going to give up some runs, but we'll see if the bats continue slugging, because that's been the case for both of these teams, ranking number 1 and number 2 in batting average as a team in all of Major League Baseball. But here's the other thing. Like, I know this isn't a real factor, but sometimes I get a little nervous if, like, the play you like today hit the night before. I don't know what it is, but, like, I'll give you an example. So the Tigers have been coming through as plus money dogs against the Mariners, I think in every game of the series thus far. And you say, okay, like maybe I should have played them the previous 2 days. But today they have Tariq Skubal going. They're not plus money dogs, but like it looks like a good play. You've got your ace on the mound. The Tigers have been surprisingly good this year. I know they were in the postseason last year. They've gone toe-to-toe with the Dodgers in every game of that series. I understand they didn't win any of those games, but still, it's a good thermometer of a good team. So, Jenks, would you talk me off playing the Tigers today against the Mariners?
I sure won't. Not when you have Tariq Skubal on the mound. Do we know who he's facing in this game? The Mariners have
Luis Castillo.
Luis Castillo.
And here's the thing. The Tigers are only minus 120. Like, that's the thing to me, is that the Tigers are a good team, and they have their ace going, and the Mariners' offense does not scare me.
Neither does the Tigers' offense. I mean, it's pretty solid. You could also look at a first 5 under there if you could get it at 4. I think I would just go with the better pitcher, and you just go with the Tigers at minus 120. That feels like the play.
Yeah, or could just do the first 5. Like, if you don't want to trust the bullpens.
True.
But, again, it's like the Tigers have won each of the first 2 games of this series. I don't know. It's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row, but would not be shocked if that's a play. It might go on the card for me. Are the Braves ever going to win a game?
No. I don't know. But I just want to say I looked it up. Tigers, Mariners, first 5 under is 3.5, slightly juiced to the under, which is crazy. Yeah, I know. You want to get a 4 if you can. I don't know how I feel about 3.5. But I don't know what's going on with the Braves. Like, maybe if you believe in the Braves, then now's the time to bet them in the division. Or if you want a futures bet on the Braves, they got to turn it around at some point. It's not like this is not a talented team. Like, I understand they lost Jerkson Profar for the next 80-some-odd games or 80 games because of performance-enhancing drugs, but there's no reason why they should be this bad. They're just running into a juggernaut. They have to recover, don't they?
Yeah, but Bryce Elder's pitching today. Like, yesterday they had Chris
Maybe
Sale.
not today.
They had a chance.
Right.
Oh, man. Because here's the thing in baseball, you don't even have to be a talented team sometimes to win games. The White Sox have won a couple games, and the Braves haven't. That's baseball, Susan. Isn't that the phrase from the Yankees broadcast?